ChatGPT's image creation options are changing really fast, and you'll see a lot of cool things happening around the internet. So let's have a look at one of the latest ones, which is making boxes with you inside or someone else inside. I went searching for a prompt that I could try, and I found one on the Make It Simple YouTube channel. So I thought I'd start there as a base thing. I used this one and I uploaded a photo of my own face to see what I could get out of it. And basically it says this: create a picture of a 3D action figure toy as if it was displayed in a transparent plastic packaging, blister packaging model. The figure is as in the photo. The style is relaxed, friendly smile. On the top of the packaging, there is large writing, my name. Then below it, rural firefighter, my job. So add some supporting work items next to that figure that would be useful in their jobs. The packaging design is minimalist, cardboard color, cute toy style sold in stores. This style is cartoon, cute but neat and clean. Mattel toys also give the Mattel logo in the top corner. So not a bad place to start, quite comprehensive. I think it can be improved, but you got to start somewhere. And if you can find a prompt to start you off on, why not try this one? So I fed this in and my first result came out. I had a nice little square image of a Brad Hauck rural firefighter, which is cool. I really like it. But I've got a helmet, and then I've got another spare sort of helmet with a handle on it and an axe. And I'm assuming that's a water bottle. Not exactly the sort of tools I use all the time, and I certainly don't use an axe. Let's see what we can do about this. The first thing I noticed, of course, is that it's cut off. When we click on it, you'll see it's a square, and that's not what we need. We want the whole package. It said show the complete packaging in 9:16 format. So 9:16 is your portrait style rather than your landscape or square style. And it came back with this. And in fact, it actually gave me two options. One had the blister hole in the top of the pack, so you can hang them up, and the other one didn't. I chose this one because I thought it looked more like what you'd see. And it's also because it's longer and tried to make the actual packaging longer, it's added in a backpack as well. So I wanted it to be so that it was the whole package. You can see it's still getting cut off. So I said redo with 100 pixel blank white space around the box so the whole package is displayed. And that brought me back this, which is what I was after in the first place. We've got a blister pack. It's got the hole in the top so you can hang it up in the toy store. It's got the Mattel logo. It's got my name. And it's got little me and all my accessories in there. Very cool, like it, but a little not what I would use as accessories. So let's go further down the rabbit hole. But first, I realized that my pants were a different color. And in my case, my pants actually match my jacket. So I said, excellent. I always say excellent if it's good. Change the pants color to match the jacket. And hey presto, now I have the right uniform on. So very happy with that. This little figure is looking cool. So can you change the accessories to a walkie-talkie, a drip torch, a bottle of water, and a still chainsaw, please? Now, I was quite specific about this. A drip torch is a tool that I use on the fireground, and I don't know if it was going to get this right, but whatever it does, it'll pass. On the other hand, I actually said I wanted a still chainsaw, which is a branded chainsaw, so let's see. So it came back, it's given me a radio, a bottle of water, and a still chainsaw, and something like a drip torch, but it'll do. So now I've got my image. I thought, this is great. I've now got the blister pack style one that you get, so your Star Wars figures and all those. But the one I've been seeing around the internet is actually in a box, like a Barbie doll. So let's change this. So I wrote, create a picture of 3D action toys if it's displayed in a Barbie action figure style box. And then I used all the rest of the same prompt because you got to start somewhere, and why reinvent the wheel? I just changed the description of the box. And what I got back was this. And I thought, this is great. It actually does look like a Barbie style box. It's slightly changed to drip torch, but that's cool because it's a different layout. It's got some shadow around it, giving it a 3D image, but I thought maybe I can make that better. So I said, can you change the perspective so we can see a little of the side of the box? So now we're getting 3D. And hey presto, we've gone this way. But you remember I said it was a Barbie style box back earlier. And so now suddenly I've got a pink box like Barbie would come in. And that's not exactly what I was after. And so I thought, let's change that. So make the box dark blue, which it did successfully. And it removed that clear panel from the side, which I'm glad about. But it's added the word Barbie. We didn't have that there. So remove Barbie and change to fun toys. And so it's done that, it's made that. Okay, so now I've got my box and I've got my blister pack, and they both look pretty cool. But you can go so much further with this, and I can't help but go down the rabbit hole. So I decided it's looking pretty cool, but I wanted to change the wording. It's now pink up here, and I made it orange. And then I realized it's put a pink border around there. So I said, well, can you make the view window orange as well? So now I've got it orange. The Fun Toys has moved. The Mattel logo's on the side. It never comes back exactly the same, the way I give it instructions anyway. I'm sure if I was really specific and started from scratch or something, I could keep it identical. Or if I said, don't change anything except. Again, I'm experimenting here just to show you what's capable of. Now, I thought I'd go one step further, and this is where things go wrong. I said, it looks like a cartoon. Can you make the image hyper photorealistic? And I shouldn't have said make the image hyper photorealistic. I should have said make the box. And so now I've got inside the box, and it's horrible. In fact, it's terrifying. The uniform's changed. I'm holding the chainsaw, and wow, that actually does look a lot like me. I do not want to sell this doll. This would give me nightmares. So I went, let's go back to the previous image, just made the box more photorealistic, keep the internal content the same. And look, it's done better, but it's still gone towards this hyper-realistic version of me. So the box looks a little better. I'm still changed. And that's about where I drew the line, because I figured I've gone too far and I can't recover from here with this image. So it might be better to go back to the start. So if I was going to do this again, I'd go back to my original prompt and I would actually add in all the extra details. Make sure that the fonts use the same orange as the uniform, all white, have the brand Fun Toys written down the bottom, etc. So I would actually expand that prompt to give me a prompt that's actually really useful and hopefully give me a better one. But if you look at it overall, I've had a lot of fun. I've got down to about here, and this is about as good as it's going to get. I would probably say this one isn't bad, but this one really looks like a toy. So there's that crossover between you could touch it real and cartoon. In the end, I like this guy best of all for the look of him. So he's the one I'd use if I was using it for fun. And then, of course, coming back to our blister packs, I think this one's perfect. I think this is really done well. It's worked out well. I could change a couple of things on it, but overall it's good. So look, go and experiment with that. As I said, start with a prompt like the one I've just given you here. If necessary, stop the video and type it out and see what you can create, but then play with it and take it further and further to see if you can make it better for what it is that you want to do. Please subscribe. I'd love to be able to show you more things you can do with AI, and I'll catch you in the next video.